How many of you know families who are in neutral, just coasting through each day? You may even know some families who are stuck in reverse, going down the wrong road. Even if your family seems to be headed in the right direction, it's not that hard to find yourself off track and in a rough patch. Hi, I'm Greg Gunn. You know, no one sets out to have a bad marriage or rebellious kids. In fact, it's just the opposite. We all want to be a part of a great family with great relationships. But here's the thing. Great families don't just happen by accident. Proverbs says, without a vision, the people perish. We want to help you find God's unique vision for your family. We call it your personal family ID. It's a compass, a roadmap, a steering wheel to help you lead your family for generations.
I think a lot of times we look at our family's past and we say we're already defined by something. Some people don't believe that there's something that can define us in the future.
We were kind of wandering aimlessly, and this is what brought us our focus.
It's good to have a measuring stick. It's good to have a set of core values, a purpose to line every decision up with.
Family ID, what it does is it helps to refocus and remind us there's a ministry that is supposed to happen within our home first.
We've just learned that it's okay to have a high bar and high expectations of how we treat each other and how we do life together.
We've made major decisions like the adoption we're in now and all this stuff, and we can trace it back to understanding who God's made us to be.
I think anything you commit to writing, I think first of all it kind of creates a legacy on its own.
It forced us in 1 hour or 2 hours to sit down and we put something down on paper that's very generational. It matches our lifestyle, it matches our family, it matches today.
If you write it down, it comes to pass. We've got it written down, it's on a piece of artwork in our living room.
And the family vision statement that we came up with is living for Jesus on fire and under fire.
Be true to yourself and be true to your faith.
We will do our best to respect God by making healthy decisions about our family, our friends, our bodies, our money, and our love for Jesus.
To leave a legacy of unshakable faith, unconditional love, make a difference in the lives of others as we seek to glorify God.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, it's rock and roll. Rock being a rock in your faith and roll being a role model.
Our boys, we always ask them, what are the Donaldsons about? And they say, be true.
I think that it allows our girls to see where it is that we're going. We're not getting somewhere on accident. There will be purpose to where we're going.
So having an ID, for me, I have full faith that we know exactly where we're headed.
And so if all parents could get a hold of this, if all families could get a hold of this, and they would begin to live lives like Christ, these kids who are naturally wired up to be world changers would have that platform, would have purpose for that, and would have that sort of drive and focus for that.
We haven't been doing this for very long ourselves. It's only been a couple of years, and we've already seen a tremendous amount of happiness and health come out of the vision.
We're hoping that we can pass it down to them and to our grandchildren, and it will just be a culture that we live in.
How can we take the Newell name and pass it down so that there's tangible ways so that the next generation can go, here's what I can give to my kids.
Toyota has a 200-year vision, and what would it be like if your family 200 years from now reflected back on what you put in place?
It's going to make your family better and it's going to make you better.
At Family ID, our goal is to have every successive generation live more fully for God. And we believe that if you write it down and live it out, you'll lay the foundation for many godly generations to follow. Be the first generation to develop your own personal family ID that will resonate for eternity. Let's pass it on and let's change the world.